We are almost ready to go at Stamford Bridge for the Barclays Women's Super League. Most played fixture all time. Every season it's happened. No head-to-head has happened more often. Arsenal aiming for a fourth double all-time over Chelsea, but do not forget that Arsenal used to be the standard bearers. The Blues have that tag now. It's more than 10 years since the Gunners doubled Chelsea. And a match that maybe is all the more exciting for having to wait a little longer than we thought we would. A half-hour delay to kick off Sock Gate, for now at least. A thing of the past. Arsenal are kitted out and everyone's ready to go. Seven games to go, 3 points between the top three, and there could be nothing between them 90 minutes from now. Now that is a title race, and here, first place third to kick off the new WSL weekend. Chelsea lost the last six-pointer a month ago at Man City, and in doing so, their slam dunk of a title defence became a proper three-way scrap, with Arsenal the other beneficiary. The Gunners are the only other side to have beaten the champions this season. A rare and proper thumping in front of a record Emirates crowd. Now for the rematch at an expectant Stamford Bridge. We've all had to wait a little longer, but these next 90 minutes could well be definitive. Familiarity breeding contempt? Maybe. There's a League Cup final coming soon for these two. It was FA Cup duty last time out, so the changes are many. No Bjorn or Ramirez for Chelsea. Perisset and Buchanan start at the back, and with Kat Macario still on the bench, having come off it to score 2 in 2. Lauren James is the focal point forward. She has scored 7 times at Stamford Bridge already this season. Arsenal surely cannot afford a defeat here. 6 behind with 6 to play will be a stretch, even with their many talents, which, like Chelsea's, have been well rotated tonight. Interesting that it's Black Stenius instead of Russo, rather than with her. Only a 4th league start for the Swede, who's scoring plenty elsewhere. Otherwise, entirely as expected. A back four that know each other's game backwards, and Valti is the shield, while the rest go and play. Well, whichever way you look at this, it is a statement game for both, no doubt. Chelsea can go 6 clear of Arsenal. Arsenal can make it only goal difference. In between them, Manchester City watching on. They play away to Brighton on Sunday. Lauren James leading the home attack with a fine record. They don't play anywhere near as often at Stamford Bridge as Arsenal do at the Emirates. Lauren James is loving it. Opening day, win against Tottenham, she scored. Liverpool, hat-trick. Manchester United, hat-trick. Beth Mead got the opener when they met at the Emirates. Brilliantly taken, super composed goal. 4-1. Chelsea's biggest defeat in a long time. Beth Mead has scored 9 WSL goals against Chelsea. Only Tony Duggan has scored more. Arsenal have the extra rest. Chelsea have had the slightly heavier schedule, but Emma Hayes has squad depth like no other coach in the game. Rebecca Welsh is the referee, who's been busier than usual pre-match, dealing with what is and what cannot be on the feet of these talented players, but the feet are about to do the talking. After a half-hour delay, we're ready to go. The 4-1 at Emirates Stadium, Chelsea's heaviest loss in more than 5 years. The response, excellent. One of champions, you might say. 10 wins in a row until the bubble burst. at home to Manchester City, all of which means we have this pleasingly crowded picture at the top of the Barclays WSL table. Erin Cuthbert, James, early shot, Ruben Moy in the way, and out by Katie McCabe. In the 22-game season, the meeting of the contenders like this will take on so much importance. After this, Chelsea will have played both Arsenal and City twice. The penultimate match of the season, incidentally, or not incidentally, sees City hosting Arsenal. A proper six-pointer. Caitlin Ford on the left of the Arsenal attack with Eve Perisset here up against her on the side of Belt, almost on the pitch. An encouragement there. And Emma Hayes says she wants a proper Chelsea performance. Will she get it? You normally get one from Lauren James. That's two sighters already, and Arsenal will do well to try and limit them. Just bump Leah Valti out the way. To Ruben Moy. The England captain Leah Williamson next to her. Forward on to Mead. Lupoltz will leave it. Here comes Kadisha Buchanan, striding forward and drilling it into Sjokonusken. Arsenal skipper just taking a moment. Kadisha Buchanan has caught her there. She's always been a defender that will go into and come out of challenges in feisty fashion. Something that hasn't made her super popular amongst opposition, but that's not really the point, is it? Here's Leah Valti. Stina Blackstenius, picked by him to start ahead of Alessia Russo here, as she was against Manchester United twice over, fascinatingly. That's 4 league starts, 2 Man United games and this Chelsea one. I don't know if there's a coincidence there that it's the big tabletop clashes or not, but either way. Alessia Russo, for now, sat frustrated on the bench. Stina Blackstenius in. Hat-trick last time out for Arsenal. That will certainly help in the League Cup semi-final. They got the job done early against Aston Villa. That was last Wednesday, 4-0 up by half-time. Chelsea played Thursday night and then again in the FA Cup at the weekend. Freshness certainly on Arsenal's side here. Chelsea not putting the squeeze on Williamson at all. Able to pop a perfect pass into Beth Mead, but the layoff not quite so good for Katie McCabe. Well, there you go. Arsenal's emergency change socks. Probably would have been easier for Chelsea to do it, but why would you do that if you're the home team? I suspect you might hear a little bit more about it, especially if Arsenal don't get a result here. What is a good result for Arsenal here, though? I suspect if you asked him privately, he might say yes to a draw, Jonas Eidevall. But they really can't afford to lose it. It's a short season. Catley had gone forward, the pass wasn't good enough. Perisset picked it out. And Catley's getting back in a hurry. Nuskin with the layoff. Cuthbert, combative as ever, looking for Kanarud, who we know has serious pace. Only Lauren James is in support of a striker. Sam Kerr out long term, the official as well. No, Myra Ramirez, who has been leading the line with real, genuine strength lately since joining from Levante. Nicely done that by James to Cuthbert. Here is Perisset, 3 in the box. Kanarud got the touch. So did Katie McCabe to get it away. Erin Cuthbert again, drilling it across. Kanarud squeezed in the equaliser at the Emirates. It was only the equaliser for a short while. Chelsea well beaten there. Looking for revenge. Shoots at the crowd to Melanie Lopots. Not really her game. Niamh Charles moves it on. This is Wrighton. Cuthbert's coming. Catley was there. Crackling already. Cannon out to Niamh Charles, who's got the armband tonight. Emma Hayes has been sharing it around in the absence of Millie Bright. Chance forward for Wright, who looked offside, and indeed the flag comes. The ball in from Ev Perisset. Bit of a shinner from Kanarud, could have gone anywhere. Picked ahead of Ashley Lawrence, maybe a slight eyebrow raiser. I mean, we're talking about 2 international right backs here. Comes Catley. Perisset, maybe with work to do. Caitlin Ford. Valton Ford again. There's Ruben Moy. Big switch, accurate switch. Mead cuts it back for Kim Little. Well, Hannah Hampton decided to make sure. It was probably going wide. It was definitely going wide. May even have gone out. Not seen that way, and as usual, from this side it's Catley on corner duty. More up than out by Kanarud. Catley again, Williamson. Beautiful way to pass. Steph Catley wants it on her left boot. From that angle you'd always favour Hannah Hampton. Very much Chelsea's first choice between the posts now, Hannah Hampton. Was not when last these two met. That pass not on for Buchanan. Blackstenius was waiting. James. That now typical, brilliant use of the body just to hold off the challenges. Kanarud here. Catley has defended that superbly. Here's Perisset. already feels good and even. Two dangerous teams, but not cagey for that. Oh, fantastic ball from James for Canarud. Delicious from Lauren James. And Canarud is so nippy, she nearly nipped in. So nonchalant. Look at that. Zinsberger just out in time. Zinsberger just maybe caught out a little bit by the Canarud equaliser, the Emirates. A few question marks too. And Katrin Berger on one or two of the Chelsea goals. Cuthbert in on Pelliver. As Katie McCabe runs out of room. Blackstenius into Kim Little, surrounded by blue. Newskin got a bit of it, Buchanan got the rest. It's fabulously combative in there. Blackstenius again. Pelliver, delicate but inaccurate in the way by Jess Carter. Carter playing on the right of the centre-back pairing tonight, which she does when Natalie Bjorn plays. Never does usually when it's Khadijah Buchanan. That's an interesting one tonight. Without Millie Bright so long now. Having, of course, lost Magda Eriksson in the off-season. It's a bit different back there. Canarud here, and Carter making herself available. And a rare breather. Chelsea's response to the defeat to Arsenal was typically brilliant. They won 10 in a row with a lot of clean sheets. Buchanan comes in and hacks it clear. And the other side of Al wanted to hear a whistle there. He's got the football instead, or his team have. Those 10 Chelsea wins on the spin came to that crashing halt at Kings Meadow, their first home defeat in 3 years in the WSL. Lauren James is in here. First touch was decent. Catley for company. James on her own. It might not matter. She's battered that against Zinsberger and she's scored again. Every time she plays at the bridge. And the champions strike first in the big one. Too much power for Arsenal's keeper. It's Lauren James for Chelsea. Isn't it always? She's battered the Blues in front here. Pelliver's not got going. Dispossessed. Not a blue shirt for company. Not one. Didn't matter. She's hit it hard. Too hard, apparently, for Zinsberger, who is inevitably going to feel she might have done more. Everybody knows about the power in that right boot. Could have gone anywhere. 6 points between them right now. Chelsea's top scorer on the big stage again. 13 league goals this season. Lauren James, 8 of them at Stamford Bridge. They hardly ever play here. Closing down the forward on Carter was good. James again with the layoff to Gannerud. Cuthbert surrounded, but no bother. To her right, got a piece of that on Katie McCabe. Tackles are flying in. Little spotted the space. Blackstenius here with Ford in the middle, and Pelliver couldn't find either of them. There's a whole shed in full of Gunners fans trying to suck that ball into the net. Here's Lottie Wooden-Moy. Arsenal come again. Beth Mead, scourge of Chelsea in the past. And Nuskin. His inclusion in that midfield, no surprise at all here. Started the season in there with Erin Cuthbert all the time, Sherka Nuskin. It's quite often been Melanie Leupolz, but it's all 3 of them tonight, and I don't think that's too surprising. Combat required and selected. And Chelsea's record creating coach. Her last WSL game here, as things stand, nothing else in the schedule. So I hope there's plenty more to come in the Champions League. There's definitely one. Ajax next midweek. Called by Charles. It's well read by Leah Williamson. Leopold's coming short. Nice, delicate threading through for Neve Charles. And Lauren James. Nothing delicate about that finish. Good pass to find Perisset. Nuskin trying to spin Lottie Wooden-Moy. Hurried clearance. All straight for Erin Cuthbert. They've been playing Pelliver next to Valti more often this season, with Kim Little moving a little further forward. Maybe that's about mobility. Pelliver a bit part last season and nailed on regular starter this. So far, it's looked a bit much for him there. Not really got to grips with the battle, and Chelsea winning it in there with the aggressive Nuskin. And Erin Cuthbert, he pretty much invented that for this league. Perisset into James. Killer first touch. away from Valti. So strong, and yet the ball's still stuck at the end of the boot. This is Guru Wrighton. Kanarud is going to lay it back here for Cuthbert to hit one, deflected and in! They're all looking for a flag, Arsenal. There isn't one. Nuskin looked onside. It's a delicate blow this time, but every bit as hefty for the Gunners. Chelsea are 2 goals up. Little bit of luck, little bit of improvisation. Jurgen Nuskin with a big one. And it all started when Lauren James just brushed off the challenges. You thought Wrighton would shoot here. Watch where Jurgen Nuskin comes from. She is onside. She had a little look. Leah Williamson probably couldn't have expected that. No one could. Jurgen Nuskin alive to the possibility. A glancing but hammer blow for Arsenal, you feel, as it stands. Unless they get something from here, they will be 6 points back with 6 to play. That is too much. The 3-horse race becomes 2 unless Arsenal get back into this contest. Blackstenius is offside. Tons of raw attributes, Jurgen Nuskin. Regular goal scoring wasn't really won in the Bundesliga. Each of her 3 Eintracht Frankfurt campaigns ended with her on 3 goals. So you get more chances when you're playing a team this good. Can Arsenal find some form of response? There's a long way to go, there's well over an hour. But they've got to believe they can get the next goal in this game, and they absolutely can. Hampton nearly ran out of room there. Luck that it fell to her, certainly, but not luck about the finish. That's entirely deliberate. Erin Cuthbert dragged it. Emma Hayes, once upon a long ago, Arsenal's coaching staff way back when. We'll be meeting them again for silverware 2 weeks on Sunday. She knows the significance of this. She did say it is just another game, but it isn't. Because it's a 6-pointer. It's not just 3 points, it's 3 points that his side then can't get. That does make it more than just another game. It eliminates them from the title race effectively. Valti forward into forward. Catley. Arsenal need something. It's a more searching cross. And that is a free kick in a really tasty position. Cuthbert on Pelova. Maybe slightly shell-shocked Gunners fans behind Hannah Hampton's goal have a little bit of hope here. We have Beth Mead, right boot. Steph Catley left. Mead. Way too high. Nine career WSL goals against Chelsea, Beth Mead. It's a fair way off number 10. And he got his first silverware as Arsenal coach in that League Cup final against the Blues last season, Jonas Eideveld. Another new deal in the summer, and in his words, all the signings that he wanted. Katie McCabe. Into Little, picked up a bit of room. One shot on target from Arsenal. They'd expect more than that in nearly 26 minutes, even against the champions. Here's Caitlin Ford. Charles back to Buchanan. Just taking a bit of a chance with Kim Little there, but Khadija Buchanan will back herself physically against the more diminutive Little. Plenty of people have thought they could do that over the last 15 years or so and come up short. McCabe. Little again. Mead. Forward away from Leupolz. Just for a moment there were 6 Arsenal players in the box. There are 4 now, and round the back is Steph Catlin. Ev Perisset took a bit of a chance in leaving that. And, credit her with fantastic foresight, or a little bit of fortune. Don't expect Katie McCabe to take this lying down. I feel a punching challenge coming on at some point to try and lift the mood and up the ante. They need to do it from somewhere. You don't expect to keep a clean sheet against Chelsea, for sure. To be honest, if you're Arsenal this season, you might not expect to keep a clean sheet at all. They've only done it 4 times in the league, which for them is a real surprise. Ten of them last season. 8 in 9 to finish the season before in that run-in when it was them and Chelsea. At the moment, Stina Blackstenius not thinking about the clean sheet, just thinking about stopping Chelsea having one. Well, Arsenal feel more front foot since it went 2-0. Obviously it has to be that way to some degree, but it's also probably Chelsea just calming things down a bit, trying to keep control. Not take too many risks.
Good 40, good Kim.
Nice take from Blackstenius, really good. Gets it back from Kim Little. Here's Beth Mead. And still, Mead versus Charles. What a brilliant duel that is, and will continue to be. One of the best right-sided players anywhere against one of the best left-backs anywhere. Lauren James gets more Chelsea headlines than anyone else, certainly in the absence of Sam Kerr. Niamh Charles, arguably their player of the year so far. Started every single one of the league games. Doesn't always have the armband. Since Millie Bright's been injured, it's moved around a bit. Sam Kerr had it here against Real Madrid. Erin Cuthbert does sometimes, and Charles. Millie Bright unable to wear it We still don't know, is what Emma Hayes says about when her skipper will be back. Began with longer than expected, the knee issue that has kept her out. We've got 3 out with cruciate ligament injuries, Chelsea at the moment. 2 centre forwards in there, as well as Anik Nouwen. Neve Charles never needs rotation. There's Myra Ramirez there at the back next to Maren Mjelde. Those two are also both out injured at the moment. Kat Macario's eyeing a hat-trick if she can get off the bench and score again. Meanwhile, here comes Canarud. Lauren James is in a ton of space. The pass was on. The deflection makes it 3. Everything going Chelsea's way here. Sjerkanuska knew exactly what she was doing for the second Chelsea goal. She didn't have a clue about that one. It doesn't matter. It's 3-0. And even with an hour to play, does that put Arsenal out of the title race? Extraordinary goal. It's a risky crossfield pass that started it all off. Canarud here has hit it, trying to catch out Zinsberger. Sjerkanuska couldn't even celebrate. Freakish, but definitive, you suspect. Well, what do you do now if you're Arsenal? Just try and play it like it's 0-0 to get the next goal, I suppose. Take it from there. Try and get another one. Spend too much time thinking about 3 goals, you'll have no hope. Never mind 1 game at a time. 1 goal at a time. Who could have foreseen this? 3 by half-time, maybe 4, as Lauren James keeps on going. She should have played in Nusken. Even with her prowess from that kind of range, there's a one-on-one there if she rolls it. But then again, it is Lauren James and it is Stamford Bridge. She's seen it, she's gone for it, and she's slightly overhit it. Well, a ton of hype pre-match, and tension too, in the best way when you've got what looks like a tough-to-call 50-50. Nobody on either side. Foresees 3-0 here by half hour. That is bonkers. We'll never know whether Canarud's shot might have caught out Zinsberger at the near post, as it did at the Emirates, incidentally. Well, what a handy habit to have. Sjerkanuska twice over, standing in the right place at the right time. Scored a tap in here against Liverpool back end of last year. Scored some cup goals, 6 in the league now, and the 2 she scored against his side. Mina furrowed brow and arms crossed. I think you'd say Chelsea have certainly been the better side. 3-0 likewise is flattering. But Arsenal haven't threatened Hannah Hampton's goal enough. That is undeniably so. Charles away from Mead. Williamson stepping in. That's a lovely ball through for Caitlin Ford. If Perisset stayed strong, the touch was heavy enough to make it Hampton's anyway. Great ball though from Blackstenius. Defeat to Manchester City for Chelsea ended the run at 22 consecutive home league wins. By a long, long way, the best by anyone ever in this league. The reaction has been excellent. Nudge on Buchanan. When you've got a picture at the top that's as tight as this, obviously goal difference can be a factor. You never thought it would be a factor tonight. Either coach would have greedily bitten your hand off for any kind of victory by any margin. Here's Canarud again, making room very tidily. Leupolz for Cuthbert. Buchanan into James, who has chunkily won that back from Kim Little, having looked like she'd lost it. You could play any pass into Lauren James. Leupolz, shoot they say, another deflection. It nearly worked for Nuskin again. Melanie Leupolz does not score many goals at all. You'll never know where that one was going. The last in this division, not that far off 3 years ago. Perisset going short with the corner to Lauren James. Out by Woven-Moy, further out by Blackstenius. Funnily enough, Guro Wrighton on the other side, not really been able to get into the game nearly as much. It's quite often the way that you see it on one flank more than another, and it's happened far more for Chelsea down this right side with Canarud and Perisset and James coming over to help than it has for Charles and Wrighton on the left. Chastening first half for Arsenal here. Kim Little dropping in. I wonder if that department might need a bit of half-time surgery from the other side of Val. There's a little dropping next to Baltic. Oliver's going to try and get involved more. Beth Mead hoping for a whistle. Arsenal fans expected it, didn't come. James plays it out to Guro Wrighton. Nuskin in the middle on an unlikely hat-trick, unless that goal's going to go down for Canarud. Chelsea won't care. Here goes Lauren James again. Clement's header. Arsenal have probably got 6 or 7 minutes. See if they can grab something to take into half-time. Well, they've had a little bit of bad luck, certainly, Arsenal at the back. For that, you would give them a little bit of sympathy. But they've not really created much. For that, they are to blame. Not bad fortune, not the socks, nothing. Here's Lauren James. Shrugging off the challenges and clipped. And we are going to see the first card, and it is absolutely no surprise that it'll be Katie McCabe who's the recipient thereof. And it's Arsenal who need the goal right at the end of this half, but it's Chelsea that have got a beautiful chance for it. Dare I say it, another deflection. From this kind of range, it's very much a possibility. McCabe late to the party, James clipped, and a free kick in a brilliant position here. Only missed one game, Katie McCabe, as ever, and probably won't be overly stunned to hear that's because of a suspension. That is her 8th of the season. That's pretty good going. Every other game. Brilliantly combative. Not always to the referee's liking, that. Perisset sizing this up, and Wrighton. It's the latter, and it's very nearly 4. Zinsberger, statuesque and hoping. Prayers answered for now. Goodness me, that's close. A scrape of the roof of the net. Against Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final, Guro Wright. Route to one of the many doubles that Chelsea are racking up at the moment. 3 domestic league and cup doubles in a row, 4 league titles in a row. Aiming for number 5, aiming for everything. But Nuskin scrapping away. Yeah, Valti has it back though for Arsenal. Well, it was well struck. It usually is when she hits them. Can't help but feel Zinsberger could have done better. Arsenal's Austrian keeper utterly helpless for the 2 that followed, though. Sure, Cannerud might claim that goal, you know. Shot looking as if it was probably on target anyway. But Nuskin, as it stands, on the hat-trick. She had one a bit like that at home to Brighton when she thought she'd scored a hat-trick in that game, funnily enough. Ended up with 2 officially against her name. She's in there doing what she does more normally. Strong tackling, that is her game. More tackles and interceptions than any player in the Bundesliga last season. Sjoeke Nuskin, we're into the first of 3 added minutes here. Steph Catley's got a problem. Chelsea ball. Well, there's no reason why Steph Catley would be killing any time. Obviously a little bit of a problem here, if needed. You can see there's a bit of comms going back to the coaching staff. If needed, Katie McCabe is easily available to come in there at left back, her more usual position actually. Frida Marnham warming up. Having a little chat with Frank Kirby there. James, again, that short option. She will never stop shooting from that range because she is so good at it. So 3 or 4 of them from that kind of range this half have been off target, but she found the net when it mattered. Leonard Soderveld, presumably just in his mind finessing what on earth he's going to say to his players at half-time here. Ruben Moy, lovely delicate clip out there to McCabe, and the reverse pass is a cute one for Blackstenius. Melanie Leupolz is there before Beth Mead can try and snaffle something for Arsenal right at the end of first half stoppage time. Not seen much of her, nor Blackstenius, nor Ford in an attacking sense. Alessia Russo, you would think, will be added to the attack. How hard do they go for it? And what might it mean at the other end? That's the other thing. You suspect it's a risk they're going to have to take, Arsenal. Right, whistle for the foul there on Leah Williamson. Chelsea fans and the Norwegian equal in their bemusement. Forward by Palliver. Kim Little beaten to it by Buchanan. Then Mead stealing in, much to the joy of her adoring public behind that goal. Well, what a half that is for the champions. Delayed, but delightful for Chelsea. Some fortune about the size of the lead perhaps, but no question they have been the better side here in this opening half. Power and placement. Lauren James had the power, Sirkanushkin had the placement. Right place, right time, twice over. What a scoreline this is. Nobody would have seen this coming. Chelsea 3, Arsenal 0. The champions in dreamland, a nightmare half for the Gunners. Not least because you've got to be seen to be doing something if you're a coach and your side's being smashed. This is the problem. It doesn't say how, it just says how many, and 3-0 sounds awful. Even though there's an element of fortune about all 3 goals, really. Reshuffle for Arsenal. And Emily Fox, the American, is generally right back, has gone there, and Katie McCabe switching to where she would normally play, left back anyway. I say that, actually, she's played plenty of right back this season. Catley going off. Katie McCabe playing right wing and left wing occasionally as well. Hugely versatile player. Leah Valti here to the newly arrived Fox. Mead. Mead again. McCabe, who can hit them big time from here. As anybody who's watched this league in the last few years will know. Good few goals from that kind of range, Katie McCabe. Brilliant one. Against Aston Villa, Bristol City this season. A similar sort of range as well to the winner she scored when they came from behind to beat Manchester City last season. No changes from Chelsea so far. There's a heavy collision here, and there's some immediate concern. Beth Mead's hit someone or something pretty hard down there. I'm not sure it was the hoardings, actually. It might have been the coaching staff. It's a bump from Lauren James. It was the coaching staff. Lauren James just getting a bit of a rep for doing that, actually. I've seen a few moans and groans and posts on social media about it, and one or two players in game as well. It's a slightly dangerous thing to do, especially close to more firmer things than a football pitch. Here's Caitlin Ford taking on Perisic. And that's exactly what you want. If you're a full-back, you want your winger in front of you coming back to help out like that. Canara did it. And then Perisic's giving it straight back to Arsenal after all of that. She's here to try and mop up the danger. Looking forward, apparently, with a foul. She's not complaining. Not sure how much that's any more of a bump than what Lauren James did to Beth Mead a minute ago. But anyway. James laying it off. Well, it's fallen there for a moment. Vero Wrighton looked to be in. Fox was in a right old tangle. Arsenal have dodged that particular bullet, as it turns out. Mead with the layoff, Fox with the heavy touch, Leupolz across for Chelsea. You'll have seen enough football to know there are 3-0s and there are 3-0s. This is the less awful kind, if you know what I mean. The side haven't been absolutely battered and outplayed. They really have been entirely outscored. Got to find a way to at least threaten the Hampton goal more than they have so far. I don't think Alessia Russo's had a touch since being on. Scored 2 in the home win against Chelsea. Scoring a lot of home goals, actually, which is, funnily enough, a curious habit she had as a Manchester United player. One season when she got double figures, the only goal she scored away from home was a big one against Arsenal. Always seemed to score against the Gunners. One way to stop that happening is to buy it. Chelsea won't mind it being scrappy and slow, that's for sure. Frida Marnham, absolutely a goal threat from midfield. She keeps up her record of playing in every single league game this season. The difference for her this term is that they have not all been, by any stretch, from the start. About half and half, actually. It's generally due to the fact the player she's replaced here, Victoria Pelova, has been starting more often than not. Here comes in the cups. That's when she has had her starts. It's forward on Perisset a moment ago, other way around here. Change the points, but it might change the mood a bit. An Arsenal goal here with plenty of time to go. Beth Mead right into the mix, and it's Lottie Robin-Moy who got the touch on it, but not to any great effect. Still, an unusually quiet evening for Hannah Hampton. Didn't make her Chelsea debut until she did so at Bristol City with a clean sheet in the penultimate game of 2023. And since then, has started almost all of the games. Zecida Musovic is coming for a couple. Berger. Standing number one. That's a great ball for Kannerud to finish it off. Big stop from Zinsberger, keeping it respectable if nothing else. Anna Ritten Kannerud, so quick. Perfect weight from Nusken. Kannerud was quick, but Zinsberger was quick off her line as well. The damage kept down to 3 for now. Fox. Her arrival at Arsenal in the new year, meaning the departure of Noel Maritz, who has been in that position for so long, going off to Aston Villa. This scoreline will be hurting the England captain as much as anyone, I'm sure. Still got a bit of that, despite being nudged mid-air. Niamh Charles up the line.
Time!
And the first quiet lull ends with some ironic cheers for the misplaced pass. Chloe Lacasse inbound next for the Gunners. And it may well be in her position. Yep. That's the look and the muttering of someone who sees their number go up. She's got a couple of minutes to walk around half the pitch here, Caitlin Ford, to come to terms with the decision. Chloe Lacasse, her replacement, who has scored home and away against Manchester United this season. That would suggest a handy habit in big matches. And Arsenal need more than just that. keeping it in. Only for Guro right. Arsenal ball though. Well, she aims high and often achieves it, Emma Hayes. You wouldn't imagine she'd have thought her side would be 3 goals to the good at half-time. Two legs coming up against Ajax for the Holy Grail that we all know about. Domestically unparalleled, laden with medals. Emma Hayes. The quadruple is on. Impossible as it may seem, it certainly isn't impossible, it's certainly improbable. Forward by Wubben-Moy into McCabe, who'd stayed high. Kim Little. It's looking very much like a continuation of Arsenal's all or nothing. One draw, really early season. That was only a draw because of a goal right at the end of it, and Chloe Lacasse scored at the equaliser away at Manchester United. That aside, every match has either been a win, mostly, or a defeat occasionally. Some expected and some very much not. There's Emily Fox going on a good-looking run. Russo still. And then Lacasse and Buchanan just scrappily in there, and Jess Carter anywhere will do at that point. You'll never beat Jess Carter, goes the song. No one has tonight. Not yet, anyway. Winter pain for Leah Balti here, Arsenal's free kick. I wonder how the alien socks are feeling now, an hour in. Once upon a very long time ago, there was a Chelsea side that went to Coventry and ended up playing in Coventry City shirts. I don't think the sponsors would allow that these days. Chelsea played in their white socks and their blue shorts, but Coventry's checked shirts. McCabe delivers straight into the gloves of Hannah Hampton, who will be astonished at how comfortable this first hour has been, I'm sure. Niamh Charles. James onside here. To really wrap it up. No. Well, not yet anyway. The danger hasn't gone. This is right. That's just too easy. Right through the middle. Didn't take anything clever with the pass. Arsenal's backline a little ragged there. Now they are on the counter-attack. Well, the truth is, the more likely scorers of the fourth goal in this game so far have been Chelsea, not Arsenal. But now Russo hoping it might be her. That'll be a corner unless Hampton can get there, but she can. Second time this half, Manuela Zinsberg has had to come out and save the day. It's Emily Fox playing Lauren James onside here. That is way too easy, though, to get in. You didn't expect that from Lauren James, certainly not at Stamford Bridge. Just shy of 33,000 inside Stamford Bridge tonight. Impressive contingent, 7 of those thousands having come to support the North London outfit rather than West. Six shots in the game for Lauren James. She has 13, excuse me, WSL goals now. 2 behind Bunny Shaw. Chelsea versus Manchester City at the top of the charts in that regard. And it's looking like it in terms of the league table too. Kadisha Buchanan fouled by Frida Marnham. Away with the great many Canadian players in the WSL recently, including Chelsea's Ashley Lawrence on international duty. McCabe has popped that straight into Cannerud's face there. Ouch. She's made her mark against the Gunners again though, home and away. This one far happier than the away game. Got about half an hour to go. Emma Hayes hasn't even dipped into the bench yet. You suspect we will see another cameo for Kat Macario. Jankovic, Beaver-Jones, Ingle, Kirby, Ash Lawrence. Tons of international options on the Champions substitutes bench. Newscombe was offside then. Still getting their ducks in a row back there this time around. It's a double-edged thing really with this Arsenal performance. Yes, you'd say all 3 of the goals have had an element of fortune about it, but at the same time, you've got to be hugely disappointed at how little they have offered by way of attack, and that is a real cheap shot that from Chloe Lacasse. Stuck out a leg, cautioned for it. Joins Katie McCabe on the bookings list. It's a frustrated, never going to get there kind of trip. Leave Charles, totally unnecessary. Chloe Lacasse, yellow carded. Just asked if she was all right. She said, "I'm not sure." Marnham just doing enough to stop Erin Cuthbert winning that one. 3-0 anyway. Here is Charles. Cass can't leave her foot in this time. Great way to pass from Niamh Charles. Here's Guru Wrighton. And still Guru-Wrighton. Oh, that would have been a wonderful goal. It's a decent stop, as it turns out, from Zinsberger. Who has kept the scoreline respectable this second half. Without her, it would be even worse than it already is. Great work from Guru-Wrighton. I reckon when Kannerud hits this, she's probably thinking that's in for 4. Close enough to the Austrian. This time she pushed it up and then grabbed it. That opening goal will still leave her scratching her head, I'm sure. Charles backing herself against Lacasse. No one on the end of that one. Tons of away games coming up for Chelsea. They've got Ajax and West Ham away next. And Molineux will host the League Cup final between these two at the end of the month. Normally you would say it has to be close, but neither of the league games have turned out that way. Here is Rousseau. It's a rare effort of some sort in the second half from Arsenal. And if Charles is down again, this may be the legacy of that naughty cheap shot foul from Chloe Lacasse a moment ago. They asked her if she was okay, and I don't think she is. It will momentarily be an Arsenal corner. It may need to be a Chelsea change. The ever-present starter at left back in every WSL match this season may not be finishing this one. And given her importance to the side, in all honesty, why would you leave her on if you're Emma Hayes? She's not going to. Erin Cuthbert will take the armband, and Eve Charles will make way. Yes, there's a quarter of the game to go, but Chelsea have got a 3-goal cushion. Eve Charles is a little bit worried about whatever that is that's irking her in the calf, perhaps there. Ash Lawrence will come on. Very versatile full-back, even wide attacker if needed. Corner to deal with first, and then they'll sort out the positions. I'd expect it'll be Ash Lawrence to left back and Perisset will stay at right, but we'll see. Katie McCabe taking the Arsenal corner, 20 to play. Another bog standard simple catch for Hannah Hampton. Not a shot on target in this second half for Arsenal. That is not what you expect when you make a treble change and you're 3-0 down at half-time. You might not get back into the game, but you've got to look like you're trying to, and they haven't. Tiny bit more to do with that catch, but not much. His team just haven't looked like scoring a goal tonight. Early season, they were struggling to break teams down and then managed to find the net late on quite a lot. Including in the Champions League playoff. Final change here, there's Kyra Cooney-Cross, the Australian. On for what's left here. Well, Manuela Zinsberger gets some treatment. We won't be restarting anytime soon. Charles releasing Wrighton picking out Kannerud, and Zinsberger pushing this one up to herself rather than up and in. Ruthless that she is. Emma Hayes wanted that to hammer home the advantage. I think three's going to be more than enough. Really oddly toothless his side tonight. Maybe what happened to them in the first half has just knocked the stuffing out of them and they never quite had it mentally to get back into it. Arsenal have Aston Villa away in the league next. Villa they beat. Second game this season with two of those late goals I was talking about. It was Leah Valti, by the way, made way for Kyra Cooney-Cross. Those two goals they scored against Aston Villa both came after 90 minutes. They were losing as stoppage time began and ended up winning it. Those late goals helped them to 10 wins in a row in all competitions till they're beaten at Tottenham as James goes for another. She's had more shots than anyone on the field. This one has earned Chelsea a corner via the newly arrived Cooney-Cross. Towards the near post, Kannerud was lurking. She's chased it, won it, and given it to Lauren James. Back in it comes. Really good ball. Hacked out by Katie McCabe. Cracking delivery that from Lauren James. Bit of curl, bit of dip, right into the danger area. Sure that his team have even produced a cross like that, never mind a threat on the goal. Final 15 of the normal 90. Arsenal's one shot on target in the whole game was that one from the corner that Steph Catley had. Really tight angle, straight at Hannah Hampton. Was never going to go in from there, barring a hideous goalkeeping error, which Hampton is far too good to make. That was it. Something like 10 minutes into this game. For a title challenger, that is simply not good enough. So just started to go for that, then thought better of it. He's got a good touch in there, and Cuthbert with the armband on now picks up the bits. And you know that Kannerud has got the run on Ruben Moy, even though Ruben Moy had a head start there. Got the ball now, though. It's Been a curious amount of these big stage blowouts this season for the WSL, which is a shame when the crowds are big like this, just under 33,000. Similar when there was a record near 60 for the Arsenal match against Manchester United, and everyone was getting super hyped about that, and Man U didn't turn up, just like Arsenal haven't today. And Arsenal were in the clear and 3-0 up and just cruising. Bit of a shame, really. Her side finish so well. I mean, generally start pretty well, let's be honest, but their finishes are so strong. Maybe because of the medal haul they've got, the experience, the strength in depth, whatever it is. It's a 7-game winning streak to take the title from Man United last season. It was a 9-game winning streak to do it the year before. To knock Arsenal off the perch. They've been there, they've done it. They've got a whole lot of t-shirts. They've also got the goal scorer in spanking form. Lauren James needs to be told every game's being played at Stamford Bridge, I think. Hacked out by McCabe. Russo trying to make something happen. Look how deep she's had to come, though. Nuskin wins it back and is in the middle. Canarud will get a second bite at the cross. Wrighton fired in at Nuskin from no range at all. Nuskin keeps popping up as the centre forward at the moment. Lauren James still in her floaty role. I suspect her number may be up soon enough. The Chelsea schedule of late a little heavier than that of Manchester City because they are still in the FA Cup and still in Europe, of course. Williamson and Little. Nice pass. Frida Marnham. Tracked by Cuthbert. Marnham got a pass off. Russo. Into Fox. Out by Carter. He's right. Into the final 10 minutes of a contest that was over once that Canarud shot smacked against Sherka Nuskin here and ended up spinning into the other corner. Lawrence. Still all those changes that Emma Hayes can make if she wants to. And here is the one that has been made. Viv Miedemar. Top scorer all time in this division. Stellar talent, who wouldn't miss her? Stuck on 79 WSL goals for a very long time. And of course, in a match where Arsenal haven't threatened, you might naturally think, well, they could do with her. But you know what? Russo, Mead, Blackstenius, Ford, there's plenty of top quality attacking talent there. And they haven't done it with them. Maybe here? No. Marnham's pass was a slack one. They've just been off it tonight, and they've got no excuse for that, really. Sox can't do that much. And indeed, Lauren James's number is up. Beloved of these parts. Every time she's about to play at Stamford Bridge, she changes the hairdo and she scores goals. She'll keep on doing it, that's for sure, because she keeps on doing this. A little bit of help this time. Bursting through, Zinsberger could have gone over, could have been cleared, ended up in the back of the net. It started Chelsea on their way to a big win. Take aim, fire, score. That's Lauren James at Stamford Bridge, all right. James's replacement, a forward of equal calibre, and that takes some doing, but Kat Macario is that, fall short. Being eased back into it after so long away. But here she is, twice off the bench so far in her short Chelsea career, scored in both. Kennerud still with the pace to get there and win it, even though she was the second favourite. Nuskin's first was clever. The second was a massive fluke. They all count. And in games like this, they count double, I think. And little. Fox into Lacasse. Well watched, well timed. Kadisha Buchanan, who's been good tonight. Helen Carter have made Arsenal's good attack look anything but, to be honest. Once upon a long ago, as a teenager with Arsenal. Go again from the corner flag. Lauren James, 16 years and 30 days. The youngest WSL appearance maker in her Arsenal time. McCabe, little deeper this time. Little! Great hit. Five minutes to score two more. It's not much of a celebration from the Gunners skipper, but it's a fine strike. It's 3-1. And Hannah Hampton will not have seen that coming through the crowd. Deflected home by the newly arrived Kat Macario on a night of deflections. Chelsea 3, Arsenal 1. A team that has not looked like scoring all night long has found a way through. In a manner in keeping with this game in general, I would suggest. Not sure the initial little effort was on target. I suspect that'll end up going down as a Macario own goal. So I suppose she can say she's found the net in all three of her appearances. Twice at the right end. Here she is. Nicely weighted by Macario, but right, apparently run off too soon. No clean sheet for Hannah Hampton, and much like Zinsberger with a couple of the earlier ones, no hope with that. She was booked, by the way, for kicking the ball away there, Hannah Hampton. Must be so infuriating when you've had nothing to do to have something like that happen. Clean sheet gone. It's not going to stop the win, though. Started the win over Manchester United here and made a Champions League debut against Real Madrid here. It's feeling more and more like home for these Chelsea players with each visit. But Kingsmeadow remains beloved and the more usual home as Macario pops it past Williamson and then wins it with what looked like a fair enough shoulder to shoulder. Apparently not. 2 minutes of stoppage time to go here.
Keep driving.
Bethmead with the layoff. McCabe. It's a shot on target. She's been waiting for one of those since coming on. For the first time we see Hannah Hampton just lying on the ball. Won't be able to do it for too long here though, having been cautioned, but Alessia Russo trying to take out all that frustration in one wallop. Potts wins the header. Cuthbert keeps it simple. Here is Perisset. Everybody knows Chelsea have the legs to go the distance in these run-ins. Including Manchester City, who themselves are going to have to realistically think they're going to have to win everything that's left. It's a lovely ball. It's the right idea from Lawrence. Just trying to gently glance it in there for the run of right, and it's a tiny margin of error. Just the wrong side of it, as it turned out. Into the first of 5 added minutes here before Chelsea's celebrations can be confirmed. It is only the second goal, incidentally, that Chelsea have conceded in the last 10 games in all competitions. That is some record, the other being the one they conceded to lose at home to Manchester City. City's own brilliant home record has had one weird shock puncture to it, and that was by Brighton, who they play on Sunday. The expectation will be that Manchester City will win that one too and make it about goal difference again between them and the champions at the top of the table. You'd love to make a case for Arsenal, but you feel even if they won everything they've got left, they're not going to overhaul a 6-point gap to Chelsea in 6 matches. Russo helping it on, Mead. Newport's coming away with it. Macario. Nuskin has bundles of energy, but even she looked a little bit flagging there. 3 stoppage time minutes to go. challenge from Little. Yeah, Williamson still getting herself back up to full speed after a long layoff. Good ball that up to Russo, and Marnham has gone for something spectacular. Just for a moment, Hannah Hampton deemed it worthy of a high hand. Great ball from centre back to centre forward. Marnham, 5 goals in the Cups, just a couple in the league. The Cups is where her starts have tended to come. She was their top scorer in league terms last season, basically because playing in a far more advanced role with both Miedemar and Mead out at the same time. Vicario showing the hold-up skills. Final day of the French season, she snapped the cruciate. Didn't play again until a couple of weeks ago. As Ash Lawrence tries to drill in number 4. And Melanie Leupolz comes in. Right. Canarud. Cross. Canarud again. Into the final minute to stop his time. Feel like the reunion at Molineux between these two in 16 days' time will have to be a better contest than this. League Cup final last season was a really good game. Arsenal deservedly taking the trophy, denying her silverware. Not many do that. Last season, the 5th League and Cup double of her time in charge. Her final WSL match at Stamford Bridge, as things stand, is going to be a big win. In more ways than one. When you've got bags of quality and you get the rub of the green, it's an invincible combination. But Chelsea, much the better side here. Revenge, I suppose. Technically, the scoreline not quite as comfortable as that of Arsenal's at the Emirates earlier this season, but on the pitch, Chelsea were super comfortable. Arsenal were toothless. 2 shots on target all game from the Gunners, one really early, one really late. A deflected own goal, giving them a little bit of something on the scoreboard, but not enough here for any reward tonight or going forward, you have to say. It is over to you, Manchester City, who may now be the only credible challengers to the champions for their well-worn WSL crown. It's a dream night for Chelsea and a nightmare for Arsenal, who are now 6 points behind the Gunners, or behind the Blues rather, with only 6 matches to play. Lauren James on the score sheet again at Stamford Bridge, which is celebrating a home victory. Chelsea 3, Arsenal 1.